Yeah, welcome to another episode of UFC.net. I'm crying because it's cold outside. Today we're gonna talk about Alistair Overeem versus Fedor Emelianenko. Overeem, he's the Superman of MMA, the best heavyweight striker. Fedor Emelianenko, he's unorthodox, with the muted throws, great arm bars, great ground and pound, and he lost his last bout because of, he could have, just walked away from Verdun the first time when he almost got caught in that submission. He got bitten by a shark and he jumped right back and then he got submitted. But how did these two match up? Because we had a lot of requests that I should do this video, but I always said that fight won't happen because of Fedor's management. But okay, let's break it down. Welcome to another episode of UFC.net. Still jamming on the sofa. You are still watching, and let's break it down. Alistair Overeem, I believe he's in a 9-fight winning streak. Before he was a skinny ass dude. He cut a lot of weight because he's a tall guy. He cut down to 205, and before he entered Pride, he had like 12 or 13 fight winning streak, or maybe nine like this. Then he came to Pride, had some submission wins, fought Chuck Liddell, actually dominated Chuck Liddell. Then he gassed like usual, and got finished. But he had fought a lot of good MMA fighters. Actually, he fought Shogun 2 times. And both of the time he dominated Shogun in the beginning, with his striking, with his reach, with his strength. Actually took Shogun down. He actually almost caught Shogun in a guillotine choke, and both of the time he showed that he is the better striker, even back then. Now, you always have to judge a fighter after what kind of fighters he have fought. Okay, he have fought Sergey Karitano. He's coming back now, and he's actually a very, very good striker. He was I believe almost qualified to K1 finals. So but if with Mark Hunt, Mark Filipovich, James Thompson, that not the top elite fighters, but Fedor and Alistair Overeem have one fighter in common, and that's Brett Rogers. We're gonna talk about that. Alright, Fedor Emelianenko, I always claim that he's the best fighter on earth, period. No, end of discussion, because he have never lost. He got one loss, but that was actually no contest, cut after like 13 seconds or something, legal elbow. So, but he lost to Verdun. The thing is that everybody can get caught. GSP have lost, even though people rank him like the top dog. Anderson Silva, he's the guy who haven't lost for a very, very long time. The thing with Fedor that, back in Pride, when Pride was the top or organization, he beat them all. Big Nog 2 times when Big Nog was the man. Mirko Krokop, he beat Mark Hunt. Mark Coleman came over to Pride, got beaten 2 times. When Gary Goodrich was good, Keith Haring, Sammy Schilt, Sammy Schilt is a K1 monster. Renato Babalu, Ricardo Arona. So he fought a lot of good guys. Andre Arlovsky after the Pride days, and Brett Rogers. The thing with Fedor, that is that he don't respect the other guy's style or technique. For example, I've only seen him like 2 times having his hands up, fighting like this or this. Often he fights with his hands down. The only thing is against Mirko Krokop and Andre Arlovsky. Only 2 times. What Fedor likes to do is jump in to the other guy's strength. If you're a good BJJ guy with great guard like Nogueira, he jumps into the guard and battle him in his guard. Against Nogueira, he actually the speed bags, pow 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 pow. He actually did that with Nogueira, and every time he tried to slap in a submission, he got out. With strikers, he outstruck them, like Krokop. He beat Krokop in his own game. That's like if you haven't chum, blood and fish rests. You throw it in the water, wait for like 5 or 6 big white sharks swim around your boat. You jump down and like swim with the shark. And every time a shark comes up to you, you like try to outswim a shark. That's like, are you crazy? If you do that once and it makes it, you won't do it again. But Fedor did it. Of course, you will get caught sometime. Hey, I know that this metaphor is fucked up, but just bear with me. That's what Fedor have done in many fights, and he have survived. And if you have done it like in 30 fights, why do you think that Verdun would be that guy who would catch you? He almost got caught the first time. That's like, okay, a shark took a bite out of my leg. Whatever. I'm jumping right back. And he got caught. And it was early in the fight. No sweat, no nada. And he's a BJJ world champion with a great guard. Everybody can get caught. The thing is, do you think Verdun would be able to do it again? No. No. But what will happen when he faces a big, strong guy, top of the notch striker, great striker, not a good striker, great striker, K1 level striker, with submissions, and a tank of cardio. Another question that needs to be answered is Fedor still getting better? Or have he reached the plateau? Or is he getting worse? Write a comment. Do it now. Just do it, okay? Because, styles makes fights. And do you think Alistair Overeem is a good matchup? You saw what happened against Andre Arlovsky. Arlovsky was outpointing Fedor. You saw what big muscles, strength like Brett Rogers could do against Fedor. Alistair Overeem, he's 255 pounds of muscle, not fat. Okay. Styles makes fight. Fedor would I believe that he could beat everyone in the UFC heavyweight division, except for Cain Velasquez maybe, because his wrestling, his striking, he's a complete athlete. But Alistair Overeem, I believe that Alistair Overeem is a bad matchup now in Fedor's career. I don't think that this fight would ever happen because Fedor's management, they want to protect him. He's a living legend, in MMA. And if Fedor comes up with 2 losses, real losses, the myth is gone. Of course, I want to see Fedor in the UFC, but that won't happen either. But I actually believe that Alistair Overeem would dominate this fight, striking. Maybe even in the second round, Alistair will out-muscle Fedor Emelianenko, take him down. Maybe even throw him down. Start the ground and pound him. And finish him. TKO. First round. Fedor's only chance, if he tests Alistair Overeem's cardio and make it into the 4th round, then maybe you will see the old Alistair Overeem, who gasses out and doesn't look like himself. But Alistair Overeem, TKO first round, or maybe second round, but TKO.